Alright, shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashi. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the Akim who are teaching the word in sincerity and truth. And blessings to the elect and the 1/3 of Israelites scattered worldwide who are predestined to be saved, man. Alright. Now, we're going to do a bit of a... With everything that's going on in the world, especially in our homeland, you know, I saw a video, on the news, people going to the Free Palestine march and stuff, and it's in different countries, it's here and everywhere, but some of them, especially in America, I saw a lot of people who are genetically Israelites, all right, going to those Free Palestine marches and so forth. And the ones of you that actually go to these things and you're fighting for other people that don't care about you, you're gonna perish, man. All right, because we have enemies. All right, that's why Yahawashi is gonna send his son back, to save a remnant of his people, man. The elect and the 1/3, and there's a reason why he's gonna do that, man. All right, because we have enemies. Okay, we have enemies, man, and we're gonna go into Psalms 83, and I've put it in the New Living Translation, which is this is the King James version, but on the Bible Blue Letter, you can go to different versions, right? And I've put New Living Translation, okay? And we're going to concentrate on a couple of nations because we know about the transatlantic slave trade, all right? And you should know that there was an Arab slave trade as well, all right? But when the Lord said he's going to scatter us, he meant it, man. And there's places that our ancestors ended up that is not really talked about that much. And us at Great Millstone, we're here to bring out and concentrate on prophecy. All right, past prophecy and mostly end time prophecy. All right, all what you're seeing there in our homeland is end time prophecy, man. Okay, but we have enemies, man. Okay, now we're gonna go to Psalms 83, and I'll put it in the NLT. Okay. Because this business of you want to hold hands with nations that enslaved you is madness. All right? It's utter madness. And we're going to go through all of it. We're going to go through Psalms 83. We're going to name all the nations, the nationalities that took us down. All right? And scattered us. But remember, we are the Lord's children. Now, he that touches the children of Israel touches what? The apple of the Lord's eye. So we're the apple of the Lord's eye. So if they hate us, they hate the Lord. All right. So have a think about that before you start going down to your free Gaza and Palestine marches, man, and see whether they'll do that for you. Okay. Because we're in the Western world. There's something called political correctness, man. All right. My dad was a doctor, and you can't even, the things that he had to go through, he used to tell me. He used to come and tell me because my mum was so, no disrespect, she was so cooned out that, she doesn't want to hear anything against her master, but my dad would tell me, man. All right. Okay, so we're going to go through Psalms 81. And we're going to concentrate on 2 or 3 nations that is not really talked about who were involved in those slave trades, Arab slave trade and the transatlantic slave trade. All right, this is Psalms 83 verse 1. All right, this is the New Living Translation. Oh God, do not be silent. Do not be deaf. Do not be quiet, O God. Verse 2. Don't you hear the uproar of your enemies? So these nations are God's enemies, man. They're enemies to Yahawashi. All right, they're enemies to Yahawashi because he does the will of the Father. Okay? Don't you see the arrogant enemies are rising up. All right, verse 3. They devise crafty schemes against your people. They conspire against your precious ones. So you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, all right, you 12 tribes of Israel, you are precious, man, to Yahawashi, but to everyone else, you're dirt. All right, it doesn't matter whether you're dark as tar, all right, or light as can be. It doesn't matter whether you're dark or light, man. If you are an Israelite, all right, these people, it's in their spirit to hate you. All right. And that's the reason why there's videos on YouTube saying being black in Africa, being black in Holland, traveling to the Middle East as a black person, this, that, and the other. It's horror stories. All right. And we're going to get into that, man. We're going to show you some video of this. All right. So you're the precious ones. Verse 4. Come, they say, let us wipe out Israel as a nation. So they wanted to wipe us out as a nation. We will destroy the very memory of its existence. All right. And this is the reason why you have videos on YouTube. All right. For example, they're getting really hot under the collar about this guy, William the Third. All right. And let me put was black, because there's this new drama that they've done, and they're getting angry that this black woman is playing William the Third. I don't know if I can find it. Let me leave it, actually. Let me just leave it and carry on the lesson. But they're getting really angry that woman, I can't remember, that woman that's in the Black Panthers, which is madness, is actually playing William the Third, and he was a ruler in around about the 1400s in England, man, and he was wicked, man. Is it William? I think it's Richard the Third, actually. I think it's Richard the Third. Let me just try and see it here. I think it's Richard the Third. Salakia. All right. This is that's it. There you go. Woke. See, look. Danaya Guraya, whatever her name is, as Richard the Third. And she's the one in the Black Panther film. And she's a woman, man. But she's actually playing Richard the Third in some kind of monologue thing on PBS. And they're getting mad about it. And on this video, the guy says, this is Richard the Third. Well, no, it's not Richard the Third. They whitewashed the picture. This is the reason why they're doing this. You know? They did the same thing with Joan of Arc. They did the same thing with Joan of Arc, man. You know? And there you go. Joan of Arc was black. And that's one of my videos, actually. You know? I think I spelled it wrong. Joan of Arc. And that's the crafty counsel that they've done. You know? Like it says in 1 Maccabees 3 and 48, man. They laid open the book of the law. They even sought to paint the likenesses of their images. That's what they've done with her. And that's all our history, man. Alright? That's all our history. Okay? And they've whitewashed it. So this is to cut you off from knowing that this is your history. Alright? So that's how deep this conspiracy is against us, man. And when you don't have a history, we're talking about kings, rulers, man. You know? Of 1,000 year civilization in Europe, even though we were wicked, because we didn't have that breath, man. The Lord, we didn't have knowledge of the Most High in that time, really. Do you get what I'm saying? But we will destroy the very memory of its existence, and that's a part of the problem Our people don't know their history, man. All right. This and it wasn't just these Edomites that did it. These other nations have not exposed the lie because they're with them. Don't you understand this, man? Yes. All right. Verse 5. Yes, this was their unanimous decision. They signed a treaty as allies against you. A treaty, man. All right. And we're going to go through these nations. These Edomites. We know what the Edomites are, but I'm just going to name them, and then I'm going to come back and concentrate on 2 or 3. All right. And we're going to go into the history. All right. The Edomites, the Ishmaelites, the Moabites, and the Hagarites, the Galabites, the Ammonites, the Amalekites, and they're the ones over there saying that Hamas must be destroyed, and the people of Philistia and Tyre. Assyria has joined them too, and is allied with the descendants of Lot. Selah, interlude. There you go, man. So we have enemies, right? Okay. Now we're going to concentrate. We know the Edomites, so we're going to concentrate on the Ishmaelites. Who are these Arabs, man? All right. And the scripture says that he will be a wild man, and he is wild, man. All right. And we're going to concentrate on a couple of others as well. The Moabites, who are the Chinese, and the Ammonites. All right. Now, let's go into it. There was 2 slave trades. There was an Arab slave trade. We're going to learn about it. If the adverts come, I apologize. I can't do anything about that. Let's go.
These routes? Well, the Arabs would transport black slaves caught from the Middle Africa through the Sahara Desert and sell them to Mediterranean and Middle Eastern civilizations. These were mostly from the Kanem-Borneo Empire. And
Kanem-Borneo Empire. Where's that? All right. The Kanem-Borneo Empire, the Kanem-Borneo African Trading Empire, ruled the Seth dynasty that controlled the area around Lake Chad from the 9th to 19th century. Its territory at various times included what is now southern Chad, northern Cameroon. I remember the capital of Cameroon is called Yahudi, which is a corrupt version of Yahawah. Northeastern Nigeria, eastern Nigeria, and southern Libya. All right. So that's the Kanem-Borneo Empire. That's that territory that they had during that time period. Okay. And then it says who else?
Until the 8th century, and later the Mali Empire from 13th to 15th century.
The Mali Empire. And that's quite easy. We know where that is. West Africa. Alright? And these were Arabs that were doing this, man. Ishmaelites. Let's continue.
The Arabs in the north would frequently distinguish themselves from the light-skinned slaves by using the word Zanji, or Sudan, meaning black. Were these the only routes used by the Arabs? Actually, no. These were the most popular and economic ones, but slaves were also transported eastward to India and China through India from...
You hear that? It said India and China. Who are India and China? So you're telling me that the Arabs are gonna transport thousands of slaves to China, and China didn't agree to it? Of course they did. And it said India as well, man. Alright. Now who are the Chinese? They're these people, the Moabites. Alright. So they are a part of our enemies, man. Alright. And they're the enemies of Yahawashi Yahawashi. Okay. Continue.
From the island of Zanzibar, near the modern-day Tanzania, Muslim ruler
at this. Now, people offering
Muslim rulers,
man,
man.
pretty much ruined internet marketing.
Slave trading began after they won the Swahili coast along with the Swahili traders. These traders captured the Bantu tribe of Africans, better known as Zanji.
Bantu, which is the Bantu languages, is a what's it called? A corrupt version of Hebrew, man. Okay, so they knew who they were getting. These Ishmaelites, man. Okay. Now there's a part here I want to forward it a bit. All right. Let's go.
In the Middle Ages, the spilling of the slave markets to other parts of the world was inevitable. Zanzibar Island was already supplying slaves to India and China. Historians claim to have evidence of black slaves reaching as far as Japan.
Japan. Boom. Japan. Who are the Japanese today? All right. In the scriptures, they're the Ammonites. All right. Japan. So the Ishmaelites and the Hamites, all right. Okay, because when we actually after 70 AD and even before 70 AD, you had Israelites in what's it called in Egypt, Alexandria, Egypt. All right, which is in North Egypt, I think. All right. We always had not one racial group stays in one place, man. All right, but the Ammonites are who? All right, the Japanese, man. So they were in on it as well. Okay.
Documented case of slave purchase was that of the Tang dynasty of China, whose royals purchased a lot of European and Jewish slaves. People also tell tales of Yazuki, the first black samurai, who entered Japan as a slave with missionaries, but ended up on the good side of Oda Nobunaga, who ended up taking him on retainer. Although the more popular discussions state that Yazuki was hailed as a samurai, historians argue this and state that he was just inducted as a warrior in the feudal army. Going towards east, Muslim campaigns would also reach northern...
There you go, man. So the Ammonites were involved as well. So this Bible is not a fairy tale book, man. All right? It's not a fairy tale book. Okay? Now let's see how they treat our people. Now, this is not nice to hear, but this is the reality of how the Israelites are treating our people. Excuse the advert.
This is not where these migrants want to be, heading back to the African continent, thanks to aid from the entire...
And many of them are Israelites, not just the West African ones.
The number of migrants arriving in Italy
Okay.
22,000 in the last 3 months. It's the lowest total for 4 years. But people trafficking networks in Libya continue to flourish because of government chaos as rival groups battle for power. These Ivorians, repatriated to the Ivory Coast from Libya, say they risk being sold into slavery.
They sell Africans over there, in Libya. They sell men. Even 15-year-old Libyans are there in a car, they're armed. They'll come and kidnap you, and they'll sell you for $70 to $150. And then others will resell you.
As soon as you arrive in Libya, the first thing that happens is that you are taken away and sold. Our black brothers from West Africa, wherever you are from, a Malian, a Senegalese, or any other nationality from the West, even an Ivorian, you are sold. And for what? $700.
That's how wicked they
These
are,
migrants
man.
will tell you that life is so hard in their home country that it's worth almost any risk.
And you could tell that a lot of them are Israelites, man.
Now with the advent of the smartphone and with Facebook and others pushing into Africa, a youngster can meet a smuggler in 2 seconds on a phone.
See? So they are fucking enemies, man. Going to their marches to try and save their people. The Lord is doing that, man. We have to understand that the Lord is a man of war. You don't understand that, man. And his prophecies have to come to pass. And one of them is the advent of World War III. And it's mainly going to be in that area. All right. in that area where our homeland is, around Syria, Iraq. It's going to be there, man. All right. The valley of Jehoshaphat. All right. Jehoshaphat. The valley of decision. That's where that main Third World War is going to be. All right. So in order to have a war, you're going to have a build up to war. All right. But then you got our people actually going out and protesting, for these people. Look at the way those Ishmaelites are actually treating our people today, man. All right. Exodus 15:3. The Lord is a man of war. All right. So Yahawah is a man of war, man. All right. The Lord is his name. Okay. So anytime there's a war on the planet Earth, even the wars where we fell down, especially in the Middle Ages, when we were getting deported, like the English Civil War, the Lord conjured that war up, man, because he's a man of war. Because what happens when a war happens? It's judgment. People get judged, man. All right. Okay. And you see the way they're still treating our people to this day, man. And all they want to do, they don't want to stay in North Africa. They just want to try and get from North Africa and trying to get into Europe somehow. And that's what they're doing. They're kidnapping them, man. All right. And these people are mainly Ishmaelites. All right. Now, let's go to Palestine. Okay. And there's many of our people that are in the Gaza Strip. All right. And this is some of them. This is a collection of our people. And some of them could be, Ishmaelites as well. Because in the Arab slave trade, you really believe that the Ishmaelites, when it first started, that slave trade, you really believe that these people were like white Arabs? No, they weren't. They weren't white Arabs, man. All right. When you look at the other people, like if you go to Syria, there's a group of people called the Mamelukes. All right. These were people of who were Muslim, but of Turkish kind of Mediterranean kind of origin. They were involved in the Arab slave trade as well, man. And in many Arab countries, they call our people Abid, which Arabic means slave. All right.
أنا من وجهة نظري إنه الآباء لازم يوعوا أطفال.
الشارع هذا كانوا بيقولوا إنه شارع الصبر، لأنه أكثر منطقة بيسكنوها اللي هم إحنا خاصة الناس الصبر يعني.
كفتاة بشرة سوداء عايشة في قطاع غزة، أنا تعرضت للعنصرية من وأنا طفلة صغيرة وما زلت لهذه اللحظة بتعرض للعنصرية لأسباب أنا بصراحة مش عارفة إيش هي.
كانت زمان بس الحين لا. مش موجود إطلاقا. الأسمر والأبيض واحد. ما نضحك على حالنا ونقول إنه العنصرية مش موجودة عندنا في المجتمع الفلسطيني. هي موجودة ولكن بنسبة أقل مما كانت عليه قبل 25 سنة أو 50 سنة.
في فترة الطفولة إلا ما تلاقي فيه أطفال يعني يأذيك بكلمة نوعا ما يا كوشي أسمر وين يا شوكولاتة وين يا إشي زي هيك.
إذا كان في بينه وبينك مسح احكي بدك إياه بس مسح بأدب وبحدود.
لما تيجي أسمر بأسلوب الكلام بيختلف عن أسمر بأسلوب المدح لأنه الأغاني كلياتها اللي بتغنوا فيها بالجمال للون البشرة السمراء.
في حد كان يقول لي ما تلمسيني علشان ما اتشحبر يعني ما يصير اسمر زيي.
See, you can't tell me that. Hang on. Someone touches you and says, "Don't touch me. I don't want to turn black like you." You see? And it goes bound, and the wickedness that they're doing is because it goes back to that slave trade, because they know that there was and there's parts of the Arab world, the so-called Mohammedan world, that they're still enslaving our people and Hamites as well, man. All right. Now we're gonna actually go in. I'm not gonna dwell on this too more. I'll put the link in the description box. All right. So we have enemies, man. All right. This is Luke chapter 1 verse 68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, who have visited and redeemed his people. And he has redeemed our people. You know, waking us up is a part of that, man. You know, because the kingdom of heaven is in us. All right. If you're a part of that elect or 1/3, you know, we are going to be the kingdom of heaven, because the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth, man. That's why, you know what, being a Christian, thinking that you die and you go to heaven or burn in hell forever. First of all, that doesn't sound like a merciful God, man. That you're gonna burn forever, you know. I've been in a house fire 5 years ago because I was sick. I was in my kitchen. I wasn't well. I couldn't sleep. I was taking sleeping tablets, night or whatever, and I was in pain. And I got up and I went to the kitchen to make some toast or whatever, and I fell asleep on my feet. And when I woke up, the whole place was on fire, man. I burnt my hand. All right, and it hurt like mad. I had flame in my eye as well. I got caught flame in my eye. It was my fault. I tried to turn off the oven, put my hand in it. I panicked, and then the fire brigade knocked down my door, man. And that was when I was in this truth, but the Lord was still with me. But you know how painful that was. So you telling me that if you know you make mistakes in this world, let's say you're wicked or whatever, you're gonna die and you're gonna burn in hell forever. That don't make no sense. If that is, if you go to heaven or you know die and burn in hell forever, why does Yahawashi gonna come back? Why is his second coming? Don't make sense. So the kingdom of heaven is in us. All right, that's why he's coming back to. He's redeeming us. He's redeemed us already, but he's coming back to save us. All right, but who's he coming back to save us for? What are we gonna be saved from? Think about that, man. What are we going to be saved from? For he hath visited and redeemed his people, verse 69, and raised up a horn of salvation in us. All right, in the house of his servant David. And King David was a man after his own heart, man. And that's the royal line. Okay. Verse 70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets. And the prophets are back here today, whether you believe it or not. We're prophesying. We're showing you ancient prophecies that were in the Bible, and we're showing you prophecies that are to come. When the scandemic happened, you know, one of the first videos I made was Matthew 27:4, because that's a prophet's job, man. And a part of our job is to warn our people of these prophecies so we get right. And in turn, we have to be right. You can't be warning other people and then you're filthy as hell. You know? Which have been since the world began. Alright? Verse 71. That we should be saved from our enemies. Our enemies, man. You saw some of our people, and some of those people in that video are Israelites, man. Is be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Hate us. Did I not just show you hatred? This is hatred, man.
كانت المدرسة مملوءة بالسمر وبالبيض. عمرنا ما حسينا إنه في فرق بين أسمر وبين أبيض. دائما مع بعض كأهل، كأصدقاء، كأصحاب.
وانا ماشيه في الشارع، نظرات الناس زي نظرات الاطفال، نظرات الناس الكبيره حتى بالسن، يعني بيعتبروني صراحه ان انا كائن فضائي، بيعطوني نظرات انه احنا افضل منك، انه انت اقل منا.
They are better and inferior.
في قصة انه الاسود لا في مدرسة ولا في نادي ولا في عبادة، حتى في الطريق في الشارع في كل حاجة في السواق ما في.
See, some of them have got good experiences, but most of it is bad experiences, man.
كلياتنا يعني ربنا خلق هذا اسمر، ربنا خلق هذا ابيض. الشيء الاساسي اللي الانسان بيحكم عليه اللي هو تعامل الانسان، جوهر الانسان من جوا، اخلاق الانسان، نجاحات الانسان اللي وصل لها.
انا اخواني مهندسين، واحد مهندس ميكانيكي والثاني مهندس كمبيوتر.
You see?
وبيشتغلوا عادي.
So don't tell me that our people are doing well, man. Alright? There's real people that hate them, man. And them Ishmaelites are actually still enslaving our people, man. Alright? Now, where the Lord said he's gonna, he's gonna save a remnant of his people, right? Okay. we're gonna go through that, man, and we're gonna go through where our people are scattered today. All right, we're gonna go through Isaiah chapter 11. All right. Now, let's go. Let's start from verse 9. All right, Isaiah 11 and 9. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain. All right. Usually when you see the term mountain, it means governments, man. And the Lord's government is his elect, man. All right. All right. We're going to be judges and priests, you know, and we're going to be righteous, man. All right. And that's why that's when the new covenant of Hebrews 8 and 8 comes in. Not now, man. All right. You niggas are still blowing each other away, man. So how can the new covenant be established now? It's madness, man. What some bugged out people are talking, you know. For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. And that's how it is. It's going to be in the kingdom, man. All right. It's happening now because, you know, we're waking up, we're doing these videos, etc. But when we're in the kingdom, we're going to rule them with a rod of iron, man. All right. And we're going to teach them, Lord. And they're going to get, we're going to get payback, man. All right. That's why you should get into those films like Django Unchained, you know, rather than seeing films like Roots and, you know, this, that, and the other. It's good to watch that, but you got to get in that spirit of vengeance, because the Lord is about judgment, man. All right. Isaiah 11 and 10. And in the day there shall be a root of Jesse, all right, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. All right. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious. And a lot of our people in them videos, they don't even know that they're Israelites at all, man. I guarantee you, they don't know. They probably think that they're African, man, as we did. Okay. Isaiah 11:11, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time, all right, second time, to recover a remnant of his people. All right. So when Yahawashi comes back, that's going to be the second coming. And when he comes with those chariots, all right, the angels are going to be in those chariots, and they're going to be beaming our people up from all these different areas, man. All right. And over there in our homeland, when Hamas was doing rockets and Israel was firing back or whatever, there was chariots over there, man. There was like two or three orbs, and we know what they are. They're the chariots. All right. They're going to be delivering our people, man. All right. Which shall be left from Assyria. Okay. Now where is Assyria? Okay. Where's Assyria? Let's look. Let me keep reading. We shall be left from Assyria. All right. And from Egypt. You know where Egypt is in North Africa. But Assyria. Okay. Let's look at it. And where's that on the map, man? Assyria. There you go. And that is around where? Near Iraq. Alright. Look at that map. That's near Iraq, man. Okay, let's see. Let's see now. From Assyria. So where, what's it called? Let me see. Where Iraq and Syria is today. All right. You can see the ancient Assyrian Empire. All right, so there's many of our people that are in this area, man. All right. See, Assyria. Okay, so let's go back to Isaiah 11 and 11. From Assyria and from Egypt, this is in North Africa, and from Paphros. Now, where's that? That's not too far. Now, there's a Paphros over there in Europe, you know, like near Greece, Cyprus, whatever. It's not talking about that. All right, it's talking about Upper Egypt. All right, Paphros around here. Okay. So where this what's it called? This area here, the Lord is calling. There's a lot of Israelites in this area in Paphros. Okay, in Paphros, and from it says from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Paphros. I just showed you, and from Cush. All right, Cush. And we know who the Cushites are. So among the and the Cushites are mainly Somalian, all right, Eritrean and Ethiopian people, and that's the reason why you have in Somalia the Bantu of Somalia, and they're treated badly, man. I was in hospital recently, and a nurse said that she was Somalian. She had a face mask on because of COVID or whatever, you know, and I think she had a face mask because she's a Muslim woman. I think it was. Yeah, she had a face mask because it's a Muslim woman. All right, because they don't have to have the face mask on in the hospital no more. And I said, you're from Somalia. I said, do you know about the Bantu of Somalia? Yeah, I know. I said, how they treated? She goes, I'll be honest, they're treated badly. You know, there you go, man. So, but among Eritreans, Ethiopians, Somalians are Israelites, man. So the Lord is going to gather, all right, our people from these nations, man. All right. So among Cushites, and remember, there could have been Cushites there, and they might have gone to Israel, which many of them did, and they're treated very badly over there. All right. Okay. But if they're of that number, the Lord is going to deliver them. All right. He said He'll have mercy on who He have mercy. All right, and from Elam. Who are Elamites today? All right, and there's a shop right near me, and on the sign, I remember I saw it when the Lord first brought the truth, called Elam Enterprises, and I went in there, and it was a Sri Lankan man, and I said, "Where did you get that name from?" He goes, "It's a Tamil name," and the Elamites are Sri Lankans, Indians and Pakistanis, man. And you saw in that video said that the Arabs took our people to India. All right, and they're called in India and Pakistan. Wait, have I got it here? Did I put it? I think. Let me call it. I think they're called Siddhis, and they're treated very badly as well. See, so they have to be saved. Yes, there you go. Siddhi people of Pakistan and India. There you go. That's our people, man. All right, over there in India, man. Look, there you go, man. All right, Afro-Pakistani. There you go, look. Afro-Pakistanis, man. And they're treated very badly. So, their enemies are round about them, man. All right? So, we need to be saved from our enemies. All right? So, Mr. Patel is your enemy, man. Whether you accept it or not, or know it or not, man. All right? And from Shinar. Where's Shinar today? Syria. Syria. This area there, where it was former Mesopotamia. And Iraq as well. This area here. And in Iraq, you have black Iraqis who are our people, and they're treated very badly as well. You know, there you go. Centuries old black communities still on the margins in Iraq. On the margins, discriminated, looked down upon. Abib, slave. You know, this is one of their leaders, man. All right. The blacks were and still marginalized and excluded from society and politics in Iraq, man. There you go, man. Okay. So we have to be safe from our enemies, man. What part of this don't you understand? These other nations are enemies. Alright? And it says Hamath. And from Hamath. Where is Hamath? Hamath, located on the river Orientes. And that river flows where? It flows through. It still exists as the city of Hama in modern day western Syria to the north of Damascus. You see? To the north of Damascus. So in Syria, all right. Syrian map. Map of Syria, man. And it says north, and it said the Orientes River, and it said north of Damascus. So that river goes through Lebanon. All right. It goes through Lebanon and then through Damascus here. All right. So there's going to be, the Lord is going to, so Hamath, all right, was in this area here, in between Lebanon and Damascus. And it did say what? It did say Western Syria. All right. Western Syria. So this is Syria, massive country. The Western. And West is quite near to Lebanon. All right. That's beautiful. Let's see now. Go back. And now. And from the islands of the sea. All right. And how many islands are there? We're in so-called Great Britain, which was named by us, by the way. All right. When we were ruling it. And this is an island. Fiji's an island. So, oh my God. All right. There's this deliverance is going to be amazing, man. All right. This deliverance is going to be amazing. It's going to make our enemies fear, man. You know, when them chariots come to beam up the Lord's elect, you know, and the 1/3, it's gonna be chariots everywhere, man. You know, yeah, wisdom of Solomon. But you know, the main point is we have enemies, man. We have to be safe from our enemies, and our enemies are all around us. All right. So we have to really concentrate on this truth, man. You know. And if we concentrate on this truth, you know, and we endure to the end, then most of us will have faith. Because back in the time, the ancient time when Yahawashi was on the scene, they were all, you know, some of the, you know, the wicked, you know, Pharisees, though, about the Lord. They didn't understand this thing of faith, man. All right. And without faith, what? It's impossible to please the Heavenly Father. But there's just some people, all right, that the Lord is going to save, man. And he's going to, and boy, do they need saving, man. All right. You telling me that our people over here do not need to be saved? All right. They need to be saved, man. All right. So I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to be too long. So sorry it went on too long, but hope you know that we have loads of enemies, man. And remember, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Ishmaelites, they're our enemies, man. So, you know, we should live, we should be praying that the Lord comes back and we see the downfall of our enemies, man. All right? Because we need to be saved from them. And boy, we do need, our people are really suffering, man. All right. So you know what? I want to leave it at that. I don't want to make it too long. I give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahawashi and blessings to you, brothers and sisters who are part of that holy remnant, the elect and 1/3 who are going to be saved, man. You know, stay strong, stay in the Lord. We pray for them. We pray not for the world. Shalom.